Hello, everybody. My name is Florian Klein, and I'm joined by my colleagues Andreas Schühly and Becker to talk about our new book, Real-Time Strategy. And the first point I would like to make is that this book has been written in a very strange moment of time. COVID-19 has changed our world, and everybody is talking about the new reality. And in this context, scenario planning in combination with artificial intelligence is, of course, a very powerful tool that can help us to imagine the future and then manage, monitor, and navigate those different versions of the future. And this is exactly why we have written Real-Time Strategy. It's based on many years of experience in projects from clients and also in research teams. And it provides practical examples on how to embrace this uncertainty that is surrounding us and how to focus on critical assumptions for strategic choices. And three criteria that are really key in this context are clarity, that we get clarity about what are the agreed set of assumptions below and behind our strategic choices. Validity, that our thinking really addresses the complexity and the dynamism in the world around us, and relevance, that those insights that the scenarios in combination with AI produce can then be translated in concrete strategic actions. And at this point, I would like to hand over to my colleague Andreas, who is talking about the practical steps.
Yeah, thank you very much, Florian. As you already mentioned, we are surrounded by uncertainty, which is challenging our decisions, and scenario planning is one way to ease the burden of our decisions. So it enables decision makers to set sails and travel through a storm of uncertainty and turbulence. So through the scenario planning journey, scenarios help them to open the eyes of any individual or organization to the possible ways the future might play out and the forces that will shape it. So scenario planning is not about predicting the future, the most probable future, but rather anticipating possible opportunities in the future. It can provide a logical structure to challenge and validate underlying assumptions. And it can mitigate the risk of incomplete and biased data by combining expert intuition with objectively measured qualitative data. So when organizations or individuals do this exercise proactively and rehearse for multiple futures, they can strengthen their ability to recognize, adapt to, and take advantage of changes in the market over time. So to make scenario planning dynamic and help decision makers to buoy up in the tsunami of facts, figures, and fake news and individual opinions, AI is the way to go. And this is what we call real-time strategy. Scenario planning supported by artificial intelligence as a powerful tool that can help decision makers to map, monitor, and navigate uncertainty. Now I would hand over to my colleague Frank, who will go deeper into the AI part.
So first of all, when we talk about AI, I think we all see a huge discrepancy between, on the one hand, the promises of AI, and on the other hand, what we really can use in our daily business life. To give you an example, the Google AI, it was in the news that it was able to win in a famous Go game. But this was under perfect information. And on our daily life, we definitely do not have perfect information. We talk about the future, it's highly uncertain. So I think the complication we see around AI is that it is often driven by what's possible from a technological point of view, but it's not driven from a business need. So in our book, we were focusing on the process of a strategist, on the daily work of the strategist, and then fit the AI perfectly to it and not the other way around. I would say, based on the chapters so far, the reader can become a real-time strategist. But of course, during the writing of the book, we had a lot of discussions around what are the implications actually of AI. And we have a chapter of it because I think it's very interesting for the reader to get different perspectives on this important matter. Andreas, you for sure have one.
Yes. So from my point of view, we need in the future combine the classical fact-seeking, strategic thinking with the emerging opportunities of AI and other technologies to measure opinions and ideas. But however, we shouldn't overrate the technology and find the right balance between human decision-making and technological support. Florian, you have slightly a different opinion. So what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm very much more excited about those possibilities that we have here. If you think about it, the picture that we are drawing in the book is AI can become the cartographer of this space of ideas of humankind, right? It's a really powerful tool to understand, you know, the breadth and the depth and the structure of ideas and opinions out there, and therefore it's an amazingly powerful tool. However, humans have to keep up with that, and they have to develop skills in dealing with the artificial intelligence, namely critical thinking. They have to be able to engage what the machine is giving us as insights. They have to have the knowledge to actually ask, does this all make sense? And they have to have the basic disposition of admitting other people's ideas that is transmitted through artificial intelligence, which is no small feast. And it's going to be hard work for all of us to get used to artificial intelligence. Now, I know that Frank is taking the other approach and thinking about how artificial intelligence is actually taking over the game. So Frank, here's your cue.
I think it is for sure that I will take over. And I think it's a good thing, because from my point of view, the discussion is not so much about will AI harm us or will it be of use. I think this is for sure, it's just another tool that will help us tremendously in becoming better strategists. I think the question here is on another point. It's on the recipients, it's on the audience of the strategist, because in the future, the strategist in combination with AI, they will have lots of information, lots of complicated models running in the background. They have knowledge that is really hard to explain. And I think this is the issue here, how to translate the richness of the insights of the strategist in combination with AI to the audience. And I think the solution here is trust. The audience will have to get used to the fact that the strategist knows something they don't know, and it will take too much time to translate it into a PowerPoint. It will simplify too much. So we should bring back the trust to the strategist, just as you do when you go to your doctor, for example. So thank you very much, dear colleagues. Thank you very much on the other side for listening to us, us three authors. We had a lot of fun writing the book. We had a lot of insightful and fruitful discussions. I hope you can feel the spirit. We are driven by the idea that based on this book, we can contribute to making this world a little bit better by improving the way we do important strategic decisions. So thank you very much for your time, and we're looking forward to talk to you and speak to you soon. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.